Hello and welcome to Rando Tech Info. So today we're talking about the Umidigi X. This is a phone that you can find right now on Amazon. It's also sold on its own US website, but you can find it on the Amazon right now. It gets 4 out of 5 stars. People seem to like it. People seem to think it's a decent phone. The reason why we're talking about this phone today on Rando Tech Info is this phone costs $165. For those of you who follow this channel, particularly people who follow this channel and watch my Will It Work episodes, you know that finding cheap phones that work on US carriers can sometimes be a challenge. They're a little bit of a unicorn, especially phones that don't completely suck. And while this phone's obviously not going to give you top of the line specs or top of the line post computational photography wizardry or anything like that, it does have an ultra wide camera. It does have a 6.35 OLED screen, and it does have an in-display fingerprint reader. So for the money, you're actually getting something that's a bit compelling. Like I said, most of the reviews on Amazon are favorable. People seem to like it. So if you're in the market for a budget device, this might be something worth looking into. As far as what carriers it will work on AT&T and T-Mobile. Both of their GSM 3G networks will work on this phone. Unfortunately, like usual, Sprint and Verizon's CDMA 3G networks will not work on this phone. However, they do use a lot of the 4G LTE frequency bands that those carriers use, particularly Verizon. In fact, it uses all of Verizon's 4G frequency bands. So if you get really good 4G where you live and you don't rely on 3G to kind of fill in the gaps, it might actually be worth something to look at. As far as AT&T and T-Mobile go, on AT&T it uses 6 out of 9 of its frequency bands, which, while it doesn't sound great, it uses all of their primary frequency bands. So unless you live in a really rural or sparse area, you should actually get pretty good reception with this phone. It might not be the best, but it should be serviceable. As far as T-Mobile goes, it uses all 6 of T-Mobile's 4G bands, which is a little bit surprising because a lot of phones still don't use T-Mobile's band 71, which is their low frequency band. This phone does. So if you're a T-Mobile customer, you definitely don't have to worry about reception. This phone has you covered. So the Umidigi X looks like a decent value option here in the US. Who knew? If you know of any other phones that you'd like me to check out and see if they'll work in the US, please drop me a line down in the comments and let me know. As always, we hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Rando Tech Info signing out.